And we are here this afternoon to witness a match between Fukuli United FC and Marigot FC. This match there in Division 1, Zone B, we anticipate to be an exciting match this afternoon. There are two teams there, Fukuli in their bright, brand new grey kit, grey with green, lime green, and Marigot in their traditional green and blue. Fukuli is coming on the back of a 1-0 victory in the week. Marigot themselves are coming from a recent loss. So we expect that these two teams go at each other. Fukuli sitting in 4th place on the table in their zone will look to climb to 3rd with a victory there, and Marigot sitting in 8th place, or 7th rather, would look to climb as well. If I can give you the starting 11 for Marigot United. We have Mervyn Mingo, Neron Abraham, Nickel Mills, Giovanni Robinson, Dracoy Alexander, Ryan Basil, Jarry Prince, Kanjo Carbon, Dimitri Robinson, Nathan Kazimi, Dejan Joseph, and Christian Esprit. As soon as the starting 11 for Fukuli becomes available, we'll bring it to you. This afternoon, I'm joining commentary with my partner, Alicia Prince. Alicia, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ofa, and good afternoon to all our viewers, wherever you are. Like you said, Ofa, it's Fukuli taking on Marigot FC. Both teams looking for some points, and both teams eager to climb up the ladder as these Group Bs very crucial, and points indeed are what's needed. And we have in the middle referee Matthew Walsh, assistant referee number 1, Suarez, and then we have Matthew as the assistant referee number 2.
Begin the play with Marigot going way back in possession and looking to build from the back, but they're just being caught out there by the experience they're in with for Fukuli. But Marigot down that far side, looking to move a bit forward, but here's Darren Wade again once more. Fukuli defender there almost caught off guard there. Bit of tussle there on the near side. Marigot number 7, Giovanni Robinson, losing out, but here's Fukuli on the charge. Number 10 trying to get things under control there, but losing out some good defending there in Marigot, and Marigot will look to clear the lines and build again down that near side. A bit too speedy there from the number 10, Neron Abraham. Neron Alicious is a youngster, was playing on the 15 recently last season. It's good to see him elevated.
Yes, indeed, this youngster is something very special and a very good player indeed.
Marigot looking to cross a wonderful ball there, but caught out there, got some good defending. Fukuli looking to clear the lines, but struggling at the moment to clear that ball. And here's Marigot looking to thread one across there. But again, good defending from Fukuli. And a long ball, wonderful ball there on that near side. And great cut inside from the number 10, looking for assistance. And here's Darren Wade. He will line up a shot. Darren Wade! What a wonderful strike there from Darren Wade. Finding the top corner. Early in this match, Fukuli leads by 1-0. Wonderful build-up play there from Fukuli. Fukuli 1. Marigot United. Heartbroken early in this match. 0. Marigot have it all to do at this moment after having some good signs of build-up. Here's Abraham. Going across there, made a rash challenge there. Abraham still on that ball, looking to dribble past too many players there and caught out there by the goal scorer, Darren Wade. Again, Marigot loses that ball in the center. And it's a hard touch there, very poor touch there on that far side from the number 17 for Fukuli. Fukuli with that ball looking to spread wide and spread wonderfully, but misjudged there by number 10 for Fukuli. Wonderful spread of play there from the center. Good football so far from both teams. Throw in to Fukuli. Goes right back to his keeper. Very experienced man there between the sticks for Fukuli. He has been in this sport for a number of years. And it looks good to see that he's trying to share his experience there. There's Wade. A bit of patience there from Wade. Composure. Good build-up play, trying to find Wade, but efforts there prove futile. And there's a loose ball there, but the keeper comes charging out. And Marigot can breathe once more. Poor throw from the keeper, but Marigot again with a loose ball, and keeper comes out flying and clears his line. Marigot are defending a bit scary at the moment. Marigot seems to be very comfortable in their midfield, Alicia's, but a bit shaky at the back, having some nervous moments.
Yes, you can see that the early goal from Fukuli have really brought out confidence and providing an early scare, so Marigot just need to calm their nerves and look to reconstruct and see how they can get at least a bit higher up the pitch.
And number 10, I just want to make mention of the assist for that goal, the number 10 for Fukuli, on that right wing there for Fukuli. Jose Nelson is really been having a good start to his game so far. Here's the skipper hitting the turf. That's Mervyn Mingo there for Marigot. Just been met with a rash challenge in the center. Marigot will look to prance forward. A bit of a confusion there. But here finally they go over the top. A wonderful ball over the top. And here's Abraham cutting back. Abraham on his right foot. Abraham doing one too many with his trickery there and losing out to some good defending by Fukuli.
And this is where you can say just a bit of lack in experience is coming from the youngster Abraham. He's a lovely player, but needs to do much better when in possession.
And again, yes, Nelson trying to cut past his man, but number 4 for Marigot was well stationed and he did well in the end. But he lost there. Great cross again from Nelson. And there's a strike! What a strike there! Curda Joseph on that left foot. What a beautiful, beautiful strike there, Alicious.
Oh yes, that was a brilliant goal. The ball just stood there and wait. And here came Curdle, just rifling into the top corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. And it's 2-0 to Fukuli United.
And not just 2-0, two very expensive goals there from Fukuli. Both of them hitting the top corners. One left, one right. What will we see next, Alicious? I can tell you, these boys from Fukuli are really striking well this afternoon.
Yes, they seem to be in the groove. From the first whistle, you could see that they were just about attack, and getting their 2 early goals is just going to really lift their confidence. And as you can see, they are just looking to build in possession nice and easy with the goalkeeper.
Curda Joseph going right back to his experienced goalkeeper. And they're really settling down now, Fukuli, and feeling that ball, knocking that ball. It's strange that Curda, after scoring, goes right back in that defensive midfield area. Yes, Darren Wade, scorer of the first goal. Wonderful spread the ball there forward, but the Maragot keeper there on his toes. Marigot trying to go forward, does go forward, using some pace down that far side. And will they get a cross in? No, cannot get a cross in there. And it'll be a corner for Marigot. They will look to feed off that corner kick there on that far side. Corner kick to be taken there, but the Marigot players doesn't seem to be. Yes, Abraham crossing, trying to find a few players there, but that ball just swung too far behind the goal. And it's a goal kick there. Goal kick for Fukuli. They go short. Wonderful bit of trickery there from the Marigot player on that far side there, and ended up losing out in the end. A little too much from him. Yes, Curda Joseph seemed to be stamping a bit there from my angle, but yes, Darren in loads of space, and Darren cannot make it to a fine save in the end from the Marigot keeper, Alexander, keeping things at 2-0.
Well, you just have to score that. The short goal, it had goal written all over it, but credit to the goalkeeper for standing his ground and coming up with a good foot save.
And the scores remain locked. Locked at 2-0. I can tell you, the keeper there, Nelson, for Fukuli, has had as many touches as one of the midfield players so far this afternoon. Yes, Darren, threading that ball there, trying to find Curda there, but loses out. Fukuli. Again, back to the keeper, just engaging him there and having a wonderful afternoon. But Marigot doesn't seem to have the energy to actually press that ball and press the keeper and force him to maybe make a mistake. And yes, number 10, loads of space there and loses out. His touch just threw him off there.
And if you look at things properly, Ofa, you can see that every time Fukuli are in possession, they tend to send their fullbacks forward.
Abraham spreading that ball wide. Yes, Robinson to his keeper, Mingo. To Mingo, back to Mingo. Mingo trying to get this one under control and does get this one under control. And surprisingly, it's a goal kick. So it must have went off Mingo after he did so well to keep it in.
And the youngster Jerry Prince there just pushing that ball a bit too hard and giving his skipper too much work to do. But here is Fukuli again with Darren Wade in lots of space, touching that ball away and making chase, showing some great pace and saving that ball. Goes back to his winger and the white man just keeping possession, and Fukuli, you can see, are just building nicely. And it's almost as if Kedel is playing in that inverting role for Fukuli. There is so much time and space that he can do what he please. And a cross coming in, and this time it's a team effort, but a deflected one, and the goalkeeper collects to throw out wide.
Yeah, the number 14 there, Rich Frank for Fukuli there. He had so much time to cross that ball, and it was disappointing in the end that he got this cross deflected off a Marigot defender. But here's Marigot on that far side. And the player there tried to tussle with 2 or 3 Fukuli players. There he bring that ball down so beautifully in the center and muscling past his man with a wonderful ball on that far side. And here's the winger. But here's Nickel Mills for Marigot to save the day. And in the end, turns out to be some good defending there, Alicious.
Yes, some great defending. Rig Nation showing some great pace down the left, but the defender was equal to the task and recovered nicely.
Marigot again trying to build in the center. A bit too slow on that pass there. There's Fukuli to calm things down. Looking to go long. For Nation. Nation to Darren wonderful captain. No. Linesman Suarez says that the ball there just bounced out. So it's a throw in to Marigot. Marigot in a very flat 4 back line there.
Marigot haven't done too bad in terms of responding after going down 2-0. You can see that they are picking up slowly but surely, and there they are in possession. And just losing out, and it's Fukuli looking to break. Kedel in the center had the opportunity to play his wide man, but chose to go inside and lost possession. And it's Marigot again looking to build. Darren Wade threading the ball for Joshua, and Joshua just flat-footed at the bit. And a lovely play there from the youngster for Marigot. Just beating his man nicely and losing out, and it's Joshua trying to find his man. And that pass was really just a weak.
Wow, wonderful umbrella there on that pass. I was gritting my teeth there to some wonderful bit of skill from the youngster on the far side. But in the end, he still has to do some defending as Fukuli will look to attack with another wave of possession. Good Joseph. Yes, that's a wonderful spreading ball and a wonderful tackle in the end.
That was a tackle and a half over.
Yes, Abraham. His pass just let him down there. His keeper was crying on the near side. But he tried to thread that ball. But Niran seems to have a lot of energy after losing out.
And again, just shows the lack of experience from the youngster, Marigot. Abraham had the opportunity to play that ball on the left-hand side for his player, but chose the wrong option. And again, another mishit pass there from the skipper. And Marigot need to do better if they are to get something from this game. Just about 18 minutes down, or we are into the 18th minute rather. It's Fukuli leading by 2-0. If you are just joining us, Fukuli gets in 2 early goals inside 10 minutes. Darren Wade on the ball, goal scorer of the first goal, and trying to provide something, but chance goes begging.
Corner kick there to Fukuli FC. And corner kick taken quick and short. Yes, Darren crossing the ball again. I don't come Marigot out there. There's a bit of a shot pull in there. And referee Matthew just cautioning the player verbally. But I see like the front three for Marigot there a bit. The rest of the team. And here's the skipper Mingo. Wonderful brought down, but yes, linesman Suarez with the flag, raised flag there. It seemed offside.
It was a very good opportunity, but the skipper just a bit too eager. A good first touch, a lovely finish, but nonetheless, it is the right call there from the assistant referee.
And like I was saying, you don't count them Marigot out just yet, despite going 2-0 down so early, because they have a very pacey front three. And they look dangerous anytime they attack. It's just that the rest of the team doesn't be in a supportive area on the pitch when they attack.
Yes, and this is something they have to work on. The lines are way too far apart. The offensive lines are not really clicking at the moment. The midfield just need to connect with them a bit more, and they should be fine. But it is Fukuli really just causing things to be a bit difficult for this Marigot side. Fukuli have really dominated proceedings thus far. Cudell, Joseph, Darren Wade, and the white man for Fukuli have done really well, proving to be somewhat of a menace to their opponents, and here they are in possession again. And that back pass there from Cudell just going out for a corner kick, and a rare opportunity for Marigot FC to get something into the enemy territory.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication there. They'll have some defending to do. Marigot bringing numbers forward and crossing the end, but a very, very, very poor cross from the youngster on the far side for Marigot. Will keep taking shot from Fukuli. That ball in the center being pressured. One touch there to his right back, looking for a forward pass. Very poor control there from the number 10 for Fukuli. Jose Nelson. Yes, Abraham. Nelson again conceding a throw-in. Very poor throw there from the number 14 for Maragot. Carbot.
Joshua on the ball. Marigot breaking play. And here they are looking to build in possession. Plays it back to the keeper to calm things down. Goalkeeper takes a touch and tries to go long. He still manages to find the youngster, Prince. And Marigot just taking their time, trying to come up with some ideas really, but struggling in terms of movement. You can see that they are not moving together, they are not communicating properly, and hence the reason for them just struggling in possession. And here is Fukuli looking to build nicely with the number 10 there, going out wide, and he's met with a tackle, but it was an illegal challenge and a foul, rightly so, to Fukuli United.
Marigot would have bulk of defending to do there after conceding that free kick for that Darren Wade to make his way in the box, but Darren seems to be hanging back and just catching his breath after attacking so viciously early in the match so far. Just about 23 minutes gone. And he has a very high free kick coming from the number 4 for Fukuli, but it's a team effort for the goalkeeper. Abraham breaking in pace. And Abraham seems to have the trickery to get past his men, but his pass more often than not lets him down. And he'll need to catch himself and try to just complete his passes if Marigot had to take anything from this match. Because he seems to be a very key player for Marigot.
And Ofa, we do hope that the RC doctors, the boys from the southeast, are looking onwards into this game, because they are coming up against this Fukuli team in a few weeks' time, maybe even a week's time. And Fukuli really having been dominant thus far. I think the doctors need to be looking at some of the weak points in this team, if there is any.
Well, I agree with you. It will be their next match, as they have one more match so far in the group stage of the campaign, and they will meet Fukuli. It should be an entertaining match, because Fukuli, I can tell you, they are looking very good at the moment, and RC Doctors are leading the tables. Yes, good if a cross coming in, but defended there by Mills for Marigot. Loads of space on that field there. Here's the youngster finding Abraham. Abraham in loads of space. And cross coming in there. Wonderful cross, but some good defending from Fukuli to concede yet another corner kick on that far side for Marigot.
Yes, Shekwan Walsh, well stationed there, just reading the play and getting the ball out of harm's way to the expense of a corner kick. And it's the second of the afternoon for Marigot. Huge chance. As you can see, the taller players just coming into the box.
And finally, you see numbers in the box for Marigot. And showing signs of a bit of confidence. Here's Neron with a wonderful cross there. But good touch there from the keeper. Marigot met with Darren Wade. Darren with a wonderful ball there for Curdell. And Curdell is one face to face with his man. And it's Curdell Joseph makes it free.
And that is some lovely attacking football from the two best players of this Fukuli team, Darren Wade and Curdell Joseph, just combining. Curdell staying on his half, receiving that beautiful pass from Darren, just rounding the keeper and finishing nicely to make it 3-0.
The keeper from Marigot, he did well to actually get toe-to-toe with Curdell. But in the end, he couldn't force that save. And Curdell just casually tapped his home. And like you said, Alicious, the two key players there for Fukuli combining again with some beautiful play. And this one, though finishing from close range, but I can tell you the pass made it very, very expensive. The awareness from Darren Wade made this goal as expensive as the first 2 goals for Fukuli.
Although you do want to question the goalkeeper, especially for hesitating to come out. As soon as that pass was played, you could see him coming out, but then stuttering a bit, giving Curdell the confidence to come into the box and rounding past him.
Marigot have been punished for committing numbers forward, but they don't seem to look like players who have their shoulders dropped at the moment. What a wonderful pass there from Darren Wade, and wonderful cross. Oh, I thought it was wonderful, but the cross from Rick Nation not being able to keep in, and it will be a goal kick there for Marigot. Marigot can finally breathe again, Alicious.
Yes, and the awareness from the Fukuli skipper is just immaculate over finding his players with some ease and really just doctoring and monitoring, contributing and really dominating that midfield area for his team.
But Marigot will suffer if they don't keep him quiet. And again, yes, Darren Wade in loads of space. And it's a bit too easy for him at the moment, despite he having so much knowledge of the game and experience. He has an outside foot pass there from Neron Abraham, but again, his final pass His final pass there near on Abraham for Marigot. Just letting down his team. Here's Rick Nation on the far side. Getting past his man quite easily. Rick crossing that ball. Nice. The keeper for Marigot there. Well stationed.
Near on Abraham on the ball. Turning nicely. Really keeping that ball. Playing to the youngster, Jerry Packer. And Jerry Packer really wasn't comfortable with that pass. And just losing out. And it's Fukuli. Well, Marigot rather. And Neron whipping that ball over the top. And again, Neron Abraham with a misplaced pass.
If I were to be counting Neron, we maybe be in double figures of misplaced passes this afternoon so far. Are we not even at the end of the first half?
Just about half an hour going into this fixture. It is Fukuli United leading by 3-0. Very comfortable and seems to be an unassailable lead at the moment. Marigot having no response and really not proving to be no threat at the moment. It is, I would say, not so much going into this game, but the way things are going, it's just about how many this Fukuli team will score, to be honest.
That's the way it seems this afternoon. And say again, Curdell Joseph in loads of space. Curdell in that 6-yard area. And being caught out there by Mills once more. Mills not doing so much of a bad job for his team, but he has to be defending so often that he seems to be exposed once in a while.
And the sun just setting nicely in the west coast of the country. It was a very hot day. Started off with a bit of rain, but the sun really took shape and just going down, and you can see that it is proving to be very, very nice weather at the moment there and perfect conditions for football.
Good cross, good defending in the end. Marigot on the counter attack with loads of space and numbers forward. And yes, I thought the pass would come in the first instance, but the player just cutting back and holding back his pass, and Fukuli recovered nicely to get numbers back to defend.
And it was a 4v2. Marigot with a huge opportunity to capitalize on the poor defending from this Fukuli team, but just failing to move forward with purpose and precision. And Fukuli recovered and finding themselves up the pitch. Curdell whipping in a lovely cross and finding Joshua, and that is a lovely goal for Fukuli United. Great play there from Curdell and an even better finish from Joshua.
Wonderful finish in the end from Joshua. Curdell just pinpointed that cross there, and credit to Curdell for that cross, because I can tell you, Joshua, it was really on a plate for him to just nod it home and make it 4-0 to Fukuli as the sun goes down. Fukuli leading comfortable.
And apologies on that goal. It's Calvin for Fukuli and not Joshua.
Bit of a mix-up. Fukuli just enjoying themselves. Bring that ball right back once again. One of the most experienced players on the pitch. He can just have a wonderful afternoon. The jersey seems to be appearing even more bright. The Fukuli jersey, as the sun sets there, you can see the neon socks there just glowing on that wet turf. Miscontrol there from Nation.
And it's Calvin, the striker for Fukuli, getting that fourth goal. And really, he was just in the right place at the right time, finishing nicely. And Fukuli, I can tell you, are really looking to add to their goal tally. And here they are on the ball with Darren Wade finding the number 10, getting up a first touch, a bit heavy, and the keeper came up with a save. And Marigot survives.
But this was a very wonderful pass there, but Jose Nelson really made a mess of it. His first touch was a bit too hard, and he still could have nudged it home, but he just took that strike with a bit of, well, no confidence, and straight onto the keeper. There's Darren, trying to get this ball under control. Darren, skipping past his man. The skipper crossing with a wonderful cross between Rick Nation and Rick not being able to keep this one on target. Lights coming on this evening. Marigot tried to break forward with a Lone Ranger, but is met with some good defending there from Fukuli. Yes, Kudel. Darren. Kudel. Good tackle there. Skipper Mingo, met it first. Strong challenge in the center. Over the top. And again, nothing that Marigot can feed off. Marigot just feeding on scraps at the moment.
And very rarely you see Darren Wade so deep into his half, receiving the ball. He is really in that number 10 position, and you can see him just moving at his pace, controlling proceedings. And Kudel finding, trying to find his partner, and it's foul committed, and Marigot kind of gets some breathing time. And here is the youngster, Abraham, just looking to take on his men and winning a foul. Some good play there from the youngster. He's really talented. You can see that he has a lot of confidence whenever he's on the ball, looking to take on a man, looking to bring his team up the pitch and trying to do something. It's just his final pass letting him down most of the time. But nonetheless, here they are on the ball, and Fukuli just looking to break.
Robinson. Kaiser passed the ball from his players. Finally does pass the ball. But here's Kudel Joseph. And you know Kudel has vision, but his pass there just straight onto the keeper.
And you could see that Calvin was looking and waiting that pass, but not enough swing from Kudel. Some good play there from Jerry Prince, finding Abraham. Abraham finding number 17. Number 17 looking to whip in that cross. And he chose to go back. Skipper getting a poor touch there, Abraham with another poor touch, and Kudel, you can see his hand stopping the proceedings of the ball, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position for Marigot.
The very first time that Neron Abraham completes a pass, you can see the danger that it creates there for Marigot.
And it's the youngster for Marigot, Abraham, on the ball. After combining with Giovanni Robinson and winning that free kick, here they are from just about 20 to 25 yards out. Goalkeeper not really on his line, but in the center of the goal.
Here on Abraham. Striking this one high and wide. Very disappointing in the end.
Yeah, a poor free kick there from the youngster. And it's time to just rejuvenate, recuperate, and try something different.
Fukuli building from the back. As they've done all afternoon. In the center there. Number 4 driving forward. Looking to make a pass. Does make a pass with Kudel. Kudel trying to thread to the Rick Nation, but his pass was just a bit misplaced.
Rick Nation maybe just suspecting that he was in an offside position. He had gone too soon. And here is Marigot looking to break. Abraham making chase, but the goalkeeper off his line very quickly and covering. Just look at the time and space that this Fukuli team have on the ball. They're in Wade. Receiving again. Fred and Joshua.
It's Calvin, not Joshua. Again, Alicious.
Marigot just looking to build some possession, but really struggling with their passes. And here is Robinson playing that ball over the top. It was a good idea, but the pass was just overhit.
Good clearance there. There's a tussle there. Mills. Finding Abraham. Abraham looking over his shoulders. Driving forward. Complete pass from Abraham. Pass forward, but pass there where his back was just turned. Fukuli will look to go over the top to find Calvin, and Calvin being guilty of committing an offense there, maybe a push in the back from Calvin, as you can see, number 14 for Maragot is done, and a card being issued there to number 10, is it, for Fukuli? For kicking that ball away. Number 14 can jerk Carbon there. Seems to be struggling. Guilty of that. Stretching good enough before the game.
And you can see the Marigot players are trying to find the spaces and looking to play that ball in behind. But when you are lacking with runners, then it's very difficult for you to get a promising opportunity to race in on the goal. And it's a different vibe when it comes to the Fukuli players in attack. They have runners going in behind and they are creating the spaces, but it just hasn't worked for this young Marigot squad, and they are just struggling at the moment. 43 minutes into the game, and we are going down to halftime. And Skudel looking to make chase, and this time the goalkeeper does rushes out and get the ball out of harm's way.
But Alicia's, I can tell you that Darren Wade, the way he's playing this afternoon, he's a he's on another level. His touch, his control. Just the way he brought down that ball moments ago on his chest there. A handball there from Fukuli.
Yes, and quite rightly so. Darren has played a number of huge matches for some top clubs across the country, Bafa State, Surgical Southeast, and these clubs were really in that elite type of moments when he was a part of them, so he should be filled with experience and loads of it over.
Yes, and he leads by example as well. He's the skipper for Fukuli. So just trying to bring up the youngsters under his wings and lead by example. Kudos to guys like Darren Wade for showing such materialism in the sport.
Yeah, they are on the ball just looking to take their time, but Marigot really not giving them that amount of time, and it's good to see the press just increasing from these boys. But again, Darren just in acres of space and finding Calvin making chase, goalkeeper, and it's a scruffle. Calvin really looking to buy something, but referee Matthew Walsh was having none of that.
But it was an exquisite pass from Darren Wade once more to put Curdell face to face with the keeper. But Curdell doesn't seem to be blessed with pace. Calvin, not Curdell, sorry. Calvin doesn't seem to be one of the fastest on the pitch, so he struggled a bit to catch up with that ball. Hence the keeper being so, well, he had to be comfortable, but he was uncomfortable in the end.
And Calvin names seems to be proving to be difficult for us so far. And it's halftime at the DFA Technical Center. Fukuli leading by 4-0. Darren Wade leading by example, but it's Curdell Joseph with the double and looking to find possibly a hat-trick. Join us in 15 minutes time for the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to second half action. Fixture here between Fukuli United Football Club and Marigot Football Club. Fukuli having a wonderful start to the match, leading by 4 comfortable goals to nil, and 4 wonderful goals. They were 2 goals coming from Kurda Joseph, 1 from Darren Wade, and 1 from Calvin Divari, have them sitting comfortable in this match as we await the second half, the start of the second half.
Yes, and it's a good attacking display from Fukuli United, really not showing any leniency towards this Marigot team, and second half just looking to add to their goals tally.
Fukuli making a change there, removing one of the goal scorers, Calvin Rivalry, coming off, making way for Malachi Coffee. Malachi Coffee, number 7, they're just entering for Fukuli. Marigot with no changes, or 1 change. Marigot has a change to report. Number 21 for Marigot coming in. Jelani Mari for Marigot will continue the match. I do anticipate additions in the second half in this encounter between the Giants and a small club.
Well, really, Fukuli will be looking to just continue with where they have started off, and Marigot just have to look to defend a bit more compact and really try to keep the scores as they are, and maybe even add 1 or 2 just to break down in that goal deficit.
That's right. Throw coming in there from Tulo, landing in the box there. Keeper looking to break forward. A wonderful throw there from the keeper, finding his youngster at the front, but he was miscontrolled there. Yes, Tulo. Finding Darren. Darren trying to flick on.
Already you can see Kudel moving from left back to forward.
One thing I noticed, Kudel and Darren, they move a lot on the pitch, switching positions. As you can see, Darren leading the lines there. Rick Nation on that far side trying to skip past his man. And Rick launching a challenge. And it was legal as the referee didn't know. Here's Marigot trying to break forward in pace and does break forward. Looking for assistance there, but his eyes was just a bit off the ball. Marigot still on the attack. Here's the skipper Mingo. Mingo trying to skip past, but just driving into trouble. Marigot to defend. Forward. Wonderful play from Mingo. Yes, Mingo spreading this one wide, but in the end, easy for the goalkeeper for Fukuli.
Yes, very easy play there, but signs of hope for this Marigot team moving forward. You can see the keeper Mingo just pushing up the pitch, trying to create some space for himself to get that shot off, and here he is on the ball and just being shadowed off, and the defender just a bit of rush of blood, just getting the ball out of play.
Nudging the back there from Robinson. Yes, Kudel. He's on a hat-trick there, Kudel Joseph, and he's so deep.
And you could just hear him telling his coach that he is now in the centre-back position. Quite amazing offer.
Yes, they're making the changes between themselves. There's Neron. Neron driving forward with pace. And he's very skillful in Neron Abraham. And again, Neron just losing that ball after such good work in the center of the pitch.
And Neron Abraham really just using the outside of his boot to make his passes. He should be using the inside. So the youngster just needs to get that in order because he's a very good player. Loads of confidence. And that ball there just skinning off the turf. Some great judgment there from the keeper.
Yeah, Nelson. I can tell you, I don't know him to be between the sticks. I know he's a defender, but he seems to have some good goalkeeping.
A jack of all trades.
Yeah, good goalkeeping senses. I'm surprised. Too long. To Wade. Wade with a wonderful pass there. Yes, forward. And number 10, he taps it home to make it 5. Very easy for Fukuli at the moment. But I can tell it was an exquisite pass there from Darren Wade to set it up. And Fukuli just riding the waves delicious at the moment.
Yes, and that is just champagne football from the boys in grey. Just lifting that ball up the pitch, nice and easy, moving together, one band, one song, stringing the passes, taking their time, and the attacker there just finding the back of the net with ease. 5-star performance so far.
Yeah, 5-star performance indeed.
And all the signs of life from this Marigot team in the early stages of the second half has just died out a bit, and it's Fukuli, all Fukuli on the ball. And the player strikes.
Tipped over the bar by the keeper. Wonderful save in the end, but it was a strike. Wonderful strike, exquisite strike there from the left back for Fukuli.
And Fukuli just enjoying themselves out there. It's a lovely evening for football, and they are really dominating things. And a dangerous cross whipped in, but a good clearance there from Marigot. Darren. Marigot on the break. It's 2v1 and it's a hard pass. Goalkeeper rushing out. Marigot with a rare opportunity, and the attacker there just misjudging things, and the keeper came out well and saved.
But to me, the keeper was caught in two minds. He was coming out, he came out, and then he was making his way back, but he was in the middle of nowhere. Yes, Wade. The keeper was not between the sticks, and the attacker just put that ball in the keeper's hand. Yes, Prince to Robinson, Mingo, Prince, young Prince there. Just a bit indecisive from young Prince, and Tula coming here to make that challenge. Throw into Marigot. Mingo trying to flick very casually. Mingo again trying to find Esprit for Marigot, but Marigot, nothing working for Marigot at the moment in terms of attack. On the other hand, yes, Fukuli, Nelson.
And that's a lovely take there from youngster Jerry Prince. A mistake there, and it's Marigot with a rare opportunity and finding the back of the net to make it the first goal of the evening for their team. Goal scorer number 21, having just came on for his club. Children
On the door. but they were just misplacing their passes in the final third. And at least they have one back. Positives to take away from the game.
Getting that consolation goal after really traveling so far across the country should feel like a huge achievement.
But I just one thing, Cadell Joseph seems to amaze me every time because one time he's at centre back and one time he's leading the lines. So I don't really understand where he's really positioned on the team.
And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's the coach's decision to give him so much license. Having just conceded that goal, I'm sure that the coach would not be too pleased because you know these types of matches you would love to keep your clean sheets.
Abraham with a strike.
Marigot are gaining confidence.
Fukuli is struggling to clear the lines at the moment. And Marigot with numbers forward. The entire team in the half of Fukuli just drifting with that play, Alicious.
And this is what one goal can do. The confidence in the last 5 or so minutes have really raised for this Marigot team and they are trying to get something again.
Wonderful take there by Abraham. Abraham trying to skip past a few players there. And Fukuli finally clearing the lines. But as far as the centre back, there, Mills. Ball forward there. Yes, Abraham. Ball forward again. Fukuli with some defending to do. And you want to think that they have it under control. Trying to break forward, but caught out by some good defending. Yes, Cadell Joseph. It's a throw into Marigot. But Marigot showing some good signs despite being down by 5-1. Throw to Robinson. Robinson taking this one, putting it under control. Here's Mills. Miss kick there by number 6. There's Prince trying to find Mingo, but caught out by Toulon 4. Fukuli. Robinson. Prince. Turning wonderfully and making a pass with the goal scorer, Jelani Marie. There's Rick Nation driving inside. Asking Jose Nelson to burst forward. But on the other hand, here's Marigot driving forward. Mingo, a bit skillful. Spreading that ball wonderfully by Prince. Here's Robinson to Mingo. Mingo driving. A tackle there from Fukuli. And Fukuli, they've really been put under some pressure from the underdogs, Marigot.
And Marigot really just lifting themselves up after that goal. And as you can see that Fukuli are struggling to get out of their zone. And Marigot just moving bodies forward and a desperate clearance there from the team in charge of this game all evening over.
Marigot seems to be enjoying herself, but what a scary pass there from the keeper over the top there for Robinson. Robinson making chase, but it's being chased down by Toulon. Here's Mingo with a waste of a pass, waste of a cross there. This keeper, very disappointing in the end.
And this has to be frustrating for the attackers of this Marigot team. It was a huge opportunity for the skipper to have just control and really even put his head up and provided a lovely pass or something, but chose rather to rush and came up with nothing.
Neron Abraham driving forward. Very brave youngster there, Neron Abraham, I can tell you. A misplaced pass there from Rick Nation. And is it a question of tired legs there from Fukuli at the moment? I think you might see a few changes. A strike coming in from Marigot. You might see a few changes because Fukuli, with the past 6 minutes or so, are not looking like a team in control, despite leading 5-1. What is really happening with the players?
I just think it's a sign of complacency from this Fukuli team, having dominated proceedings for vast majority of this fixture. They have just chose to lay back a bit and to the expense of them being too laid back and struggling at the moment. There is
Abraham, bit too much of a heavy first touch there from Abraham. And Fukuli doesn't. I don't want to say it so, but Fukuli will breathe because they have been really attacked there by Marigot.
Yes, they have been on the back foot. And credit to Marigot for not giving up and really pushing this Fukuli team towards the end.
And Malachi Coffee, number 7 for Fukuli, seems to be just struggling. He just came on.
Yeah, and you can see him just holding his groin area.
Seems to be injured there, Malachi Coffee.
Not sure if he didn't warm up properly or if he came on with that injury. You know, sometimes when we have these little knocks, we feel as though that we can continue, we can play with these knocks until we end up on the pitch and we have to do oh so much more than we expected.
There's the skipper behind the ball. Skipper going short. Fukuli on that far side, attacking. There's Joseph spreading that ball back. And a shot! And it's the side netting. And you can see the disgust in the player. Not finding the target. Very disappointing after being set up there by Colonel Joseph. Fukuli, a rare opportunity missed by Fukuli.
It took about 10 or so minutes before getting that opportunity and they squandered it. But again, it's Marigot looking to find that 1-2 and another misplaced pass just overhit and the ball goes out for a goal kick. 5-1 in favor of Fukuli United.
Just hit the hour mark. And Fukuli leading this one comfortably. But it's not over yet as they have some defending to do. Here's Robinson being hustled there. Mingo threading his youngster back there. To be another corner kick for Maragot United.
And this is something that's really been happening to the more experienced teams in the first division. They tend to get laid back when they are too comfortable over. And you can see that this Fukuli team has just faded a bit in the second half, even though they did manage to score that early goal. Marigot have really built and gained confidence, and it's 2 substitution imminent for Fukuli. Right move from the coach, Ofa?
Yes, indeed. You have the reinforcements, the leading comfortable at 5-1. It's just disappointing that Malachi Coffee have to be substituted as well as number 4, Alexandra Darrow. So these 2 guys making way for Dwight Walsh and Makida Joseph. So Makida Joseph and Dwight Walsh getting the nod from the coach for the last 28 minutes or so. Cross coming back in, right back in dangerous area. And here's Prince, but Rick Nation breaking forward in pace. And the keeper playing super keeper. Rick Nation miscontrolling. Keeper wasn't between the sticks. Rick Nation driving forward in pace. And a fine save. In the end, Rick Nation seems to be offside. But credit to the keeper for rushing back and making that save because he was really far off the pitch, Alicious.
Yes, a great save from the goalkeeper. But really, the attacker Rick Nation should have found the back of the net. Did all the good work, but at the end of the day, came up with nothing.
And Rick Nation is the only attacker for Fukuli FC without a goal this evening. He's been playing very well, Rick Nation, but hasn't been able to be credited with a goal. Here's Neron in the opponent's box. Here's young Prince. Prince crossing with the outside of his foot, trying to find Mingo, his keeper. Here's Mills, the centre back. Mills, caught off guard there, but driving. And here's Joseph with a wonderful outside pass, but a bit too heavy. And the keeper of Marigot there is playing a bit sweeper keeper at the moment. Trecoy Alexander for Marigot. Malachi Joseph again. Ball forward. It seems to be have been offside. It seemed to be offside, Jose Nelson. But didn't see that flag from referee Sares, so most likely that he was on. But from my vantage point, I really think that on that attack there, he was a bit more forward from the defenders. Prince on the far side. Marigot keeping possession, quite calm in their proceedings. Way back to the left back. Back to Neron Abraham. Neron met with a rash challenge there. The ball is still in play. Marigot looking to keep possession once more. Skipping past his man. And is it that Fukuli, the tanks of the Fukuli players are drained delicious, or is it still complacency because they don't seem to have the legs to run at the Marigot players? Here's Joseph in the center for Fukuli. Fukuli trying to move forward, but caught out by some good defending. Darren Wade. Even Darren seems to be starved of the ball. There's Tulo. Tulo cutting back on his right foot, and Tulo, the left back, is offside. This time, referee Suarez raising his flag.
And we do have to commend this Marigot team for really keeping Fukuli at bay. Fukuli really, yes, they have faded away in the second half, but Marigot have kept it tight. And if this game was one half, then it would have been scores 1-1, and credit to Marigot really for taking the game to this Fukuli team over.
I can tell you, if there's some good defending there, good defending in the end, but Marigot seems to be having the better of the second half, Alicious, and it's quite surprising. Pushing the back there from Nelson, guilty of committing that offense, says referee Matthew Walsh.
And Fukuli have made a number of changes. They have freshened things up, but it's Marigot really just dominating slightly and really are comfortable in possession, stringing passes and working together as a unit.
Yes, Kudel Joseph, the goal scorer of 2, finding Rick Nation. Joseph, wonderful pass to Jose Nelson. Marigot looking to turn things around and going long, finding his man there on that far side. Here's the start for Marigot. Neron Abraham doing a bit too much and just guilty of pulling that jersey there.
And the youngster for Marigot, Jared Prince, has really came to life this second half. Hence the reason Marigot have been slightly more in possession, because he has been drifting out wide, back in the center, on the other side, getting passes, putting up his head, creating plays, and Marigot are doing quite well. But they have to defend this one. And here is Fukuli United player into the box. And a strike coming in there, but really that was nothing in terms of a threat.
Marigot will look to add some fresh legs on the pitch. Looking to make a change. He has movement in the technical area. You can see number 20, Tying Joseph for Marigot, making his way as the player going down on the far side. Yes, Tying Joseph seems to be going in a left back position. Goes right in the heat of things on that far side there. Darren Wade finding too long with a bit of miscontrol there. And Marigot to look to counter with pace, met with a rash challenge there. Wonderful challenge from the youngster, and in the end he was fouled there. Seemed to be a smart foul because the number 11 for Fukuli was skipping away. Dwight Walsh.
And the game has really picked up a bit better in the second half. Marigot just matching up proceedings and putting up that fight. But it's Fukuli looking to walk away all 3 points. And to be honest, having that 4-goal cushion, it's very, very good for this team in terms of confidence and going home with that victory.
They're really just spreading that ball wide. And there's Joseph there breaking forward in pace. And measure a rush challenge there, very strong challenge from the centre back. And he was applauded for that challenge by his teammates and the technical area. Because Marigot was in a promising position on that field. It was 3v1. Very scary moments for Fukuli.
And already you can see the fresh legs of this attacker for Marigot proving to be advantageous, and the striker there was just pouncing in on the attack, looking to run in behind, but was met with a beautiful challenge. But nonetheless, he will be looking to continue surging forward at every given opportunity. This is the first of 2 matches scheduled today.
Nelson been flagged offside again by referee Suarez. Suarez seems to be on his game.
And action continues immediately after this fixture. We have Derby Boys taking on Police Football Club. And tomorrow we have Northside taking on Early Stars. Early Stars really struggling in their season. And tomorrow they will have an opportunity to get points. And there is Niran Abraham really twisting and turning the defender and pulling that shot just wide of the post. Some good play there from the youngster.
You would want to think that he twist and turn to get on his favorable foot there, Abraham, but in the end, again, misdirecting his shot and not even hitting the target or threatening the keeper. It's a wonderful ball forward there from Fukuli. And again, what is the keeper doing at the moment? Empty net there, but some good defending by the Marigot centre back to come and clean things up. But Alexander between the sticks for Marigot seems to have been indecisive after being cut out of his 18 area.
And some crazy stuff there from the goalkeeper. Not quite sure why he did what he did, but nonetheless, it's Fukuli taking corner quickly and shot. And here they are on the ball. Kudel looking to get something. Player lines up and player sends it wide and over the bar.
And from it left his boot, it was rising and rising
And rising.
and rising. Dwight Walsh there, very poor effort. Abraham, wonderful take. Throw forward. And Fukuli seems to be struggling with the pace that Marigot offers on that far side. There's the ball back there from Abraham. Abraham met with a strong challenge, a stood-up challenge. But Abraham himself was guilty of lunging and exposing his studs.
And this Fukuli team, like you said, Ofa, seems to be lacking in fitness. They have been struggling in the second half. They have been struggling to get up the pitch in terms of pace, and even in their recovery, you can see them struggling. So this is something I think that teams who have to play RC Doctors in particular can look to for the future.
Very strong point there, Alicia's. If Irish Doctors were doing their homework, they would be taking a lot of notes with the weaknesses and the strengths that Fukuli has to offer. Yes, Dwight, skipping past his man. And with a wonderful cross there, Dwight Walsh, but met to some good defending, equal defending. And here's Dwight again once more, finding his keeper, Darren, going back in the heat, and Darren skipping forward, driving forward on that far side, and Darren, skipper to skipper, skipper v skipper, Darren still driving, and Darren still has that ball, and met with some good defending in the end, but it was very surprising that Darren kept on driving and driving. He must have a sea license, Alicious.
Well, yes, he is the most experienced player on the pitch, and he's showing great skill. And it's Marigot looking to break. Chance for them. He takes his time. And a great save there, last-ditch save there from Fukuli. And Marigot really looking to add to their goal tally, but it's just a corner kick. Good football there.
He took his time in the end, taking too much time because he doesn't own time. And in the end, good recovery from Fukuli, the Fukuli centre back, even asking for a change after being stretched there by the pace of Marigot. And here's Marigot once more driving.
Another save there from the goalkeeper, this time with his feet. And Marigot are really just looking to get that second goal. They don't care if they are losing, but they are really playing football with great confidence, and a cross whipped in, and no one is there to put the ball in the back of the net. Fukuli, what is going on?
What is going on? And you can see the frustration there from the keeper, the skipper there, Alicious, because I can tell you it's really a mess in the second half from Fukuli United. What is happening with the players? Are they really drained?
Fukuli have really run their race thus far. Came in, they scored 5 goals, but seems to be forgetting that football is a 90-minute
in the second half. Marigot has it all, showing loads of possession, loads of fantastic football from Marigot, exquisite pieces of plays, brilliance, individual brilliance from Marigot. And Fukuli might just want to hear the whistle at the moment for that 90 minutes, because I can tell you Fukuli, they were having so much fun in the first half, and right now
it's Marigot having all the fun in the second half, regardless of the scoreline. And just some miscommunication going on. And just a bit of miscommunication going on. Jerry Prince just coming off the pitch, and there you can see the referee having word with him. Not sure if he thought that he was substituted and then just going to the bench. But it seems as though this substitution has been approved, and he is now making way for the number 6.
And you could see Matthew Walsh, the referee, just speaking to him and maybe educating him a bit, because he was innocently guilty of getting off that pitch and might have been worthy of a cautioning. Throw in there to Marigot. There's Basil. To Robinson. Robinson doing well to keep it in and getting past his players, or getting away from his players. There's Basil. Basil just exposing that ball to Joseph.
It really did seem to be a foul throw.
They become Niron Abraham came so close that the player. What an exquisite pass there from Darren Wade. Very, very wonderful pass. Fukuli looking to cross. Does cross. And what a miss there. What a miss from the youngster from Fukuli. This was written goal all over it. He was in the 6-yard area and he's almost sent it over the fence and into the labas. What a miss.
Yes, you can see the signs of embarrassment on his face immediately, because that ball was just destined for the back of the net. The number 15 there for Fukuli just really making a meal out of this. Kempson Wade. Kempson Wade is the brother of Darren Wade, and oh, how he would love to find the back of the net, but he just didn't compose himself and placed the ball over the bar.
And Darren Wade will have some homework to do, because if you are such a wonderful player, what is your brother doing finishing in that manner? His finishing was just not on point.
Marigot looking to break away. Skipper on the ball. Plays it back.
Joseph.
Marigot moving forward nicely. Skipper again on the ball. Loses out. There is Makeda on the ball, pushing up. And it's 4v3. Fukuli looking to get that 6th goal. Ball whipped in early and some good defending. And corner kick there to this Fukuli team.
Fukuli seems to have waken up in the last 2 or 3 minutes or so. Cross coming in. There's Marigot on the counter attack. And a way over it ball there from the youngster from Marigot. Number 12. Dimitri Robinson just overeating that ball. Here's Wade. And Wade taking a strike, trying to redeem himself from about 30 yards or so. Almost impossible to beat the keeper with that strike. There's Darren Wade. Going right back to his keeper, Nelson. Fukuli just having a bit of patience there and keeping that ball for as long as they can. Because the second half has really been poor from Fukuli. There's Marigot again. Darren Wade cleaning things up. And again a wonderful pass there forward to Cordell Joseph. Couldn't get things under control.
Just about 7 or so minutes into this fixture, it's Fukuli United leading by 5 goals to 1. Marigot really putting out a lovely showing, especially in the second half. First half was a dominant performance, hence the reason why this Fukuli team is in that pole position for all 3 points. But Marigot have stepped up and put on a lovely fight. And here they are looking to pounce in on the attack. Some good defending there. It's Darren Wade finding Makeda and ball cleared. Abraham, the youngster, have showed some real class there with a lovely Freddy through ball. And Marigot looking to break. What can the attacker do? What can the skipper do? Cordell Joseph just clearing momentarily. The youngster on the ball. The youngster strikes! And it's out of play for a goal kick. Marigot providing a scare there for Fukuli towards the end of this match. Really quiet evening there. Yeah, at the DFA technical center stuff.
Wonderful football there. And we thought that Wade would just tap it home, but in the end, Marigot survived. There's Darren Wade. Wade to Wade. Rick Nation. Rick Nation on his left foot and striking that ball. A bit unbalanced there. Rushing that strike.
It has been a tremendous display from Darren Wade in the center of the park for Fukuli. He has been very good with his distribution. He has been splendid in terms of passing, and he has done quite well scoring the first goal for his club. And this has to be accredited with the Player of the Match award. Are you in favor of this one, Ofa?
Yes, no other candidate. Maybe Cordell Joseph with his 2 goals, but Darren Wade is showing was really on another level this afternoon and this evening. And credit to him, leading by example and really carrying that Fukuli United team with his broad shoulders. So Darren Wade, I agree with you, Alicious, is our man of the match.
Marigot building from the back dangerously, but coming out and it's a throw into Fukuli.
As we inch nearer and nearer to that 90th minute, Darren Wade tried to skip past his man there.
Marigot can break. This just sums up the evening for this Marigot team. Haven't been up to par, haven't been really at the highest level, and Fukuli just making light work of them. And here they are on the ball, another opportunity provided, but the player, they're really just taking the foot off the gas. And here is Darren looking to find the far post, and it was a team shot. Goalkeeper really catching practice on the ground there for him.
And again, like we said, Darren Wade at the end of that one striking out. Yes, Darren again. And he will strike! And Darren makes it 6 for Fukuli. And it was coming Alicious, wasn't it? That
Yes.
second goal for Darren.
Yes, every time he has the ball, you know that something is going to happen. You see that something is going to happen. And at the end of the day, he shows us that something is happening and has happened. A very, very good performance there from the player of the match and captain of this Fukuli team, Darren Wade.
Very dominant display there from Fukuli, especially early in the match in that first half where they really dominated proceedings. They were being put under some tremendous pressure from Marigot for the bulk of the second half. But in the end, the dominant team there just really showing who is really the boss on that pitch. Here's Marigot trying to push forward. Bit indecisive there in the middle of the pitch there. Being hustled there by the youngster. And here's Joseph. And Joseph strikes! And you can hear the excitement and the cheer from his players. The shot wrong.
And it's 7-heaven, and really a good goal there from the youngster, although there were signs of offside, but the player was really close to the linesman and not quite sure what the linesman saw, but nonetheless it is a goal, and one for the number 8. Nasheda Joseph of Fukuli. And it was the last bit of action there. Fukuli ending this evening by winning 7-1. A formidable performance there, a solid one, and really a statement to be made. A statement was made, and at the end of the fixture, it was a very dominant display, a very easy one, and Marigot just need to get back to the drawing board. They have came out, they put in a good fight, but it was just not enough. And it's Fukuli, all smiles at the end of this fixture. More action here at the DFA Technical Center. We have Derby Boys taking on Police FC in just about half an hour's time. We do ask you to stay tuned and join us for more commentary. As for now, myself, Ofa, we are just saying good evening.